All right, so today we're diving deep into Tai Chi,
Oh, yeah.
but not just like how to do the moves. Like everyone thinks more
Right.
about like how it got out there,
Hmm.
how did it spread and become like, I don't know, like a worldwide thing, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
And the guy at the center of this
Yeah.
is Chen Weiming.
Chen Weiming. Okay.
Now, most people probably haven't heard of him,
Right. Right.
but he's kind of like a hidden gem, you know?
Yeah.
We've got these excerpts about his life,
Interesting.
and his work is going to be like our map for this deep dive.
I'm excited to see. I'm always curious about these kind of like behind the scenes figures.
Yeah.
You know, the ones who don't always get the spotlight,
Right.
but they're kind of like the engine,
Yeah, exactly.
Driving things forward.
And that's what's so cool about Chen Weiming.
Okay.
He wasn't like a famous Tai Chi master or anything.
So how did he end up having this big impact then?
That is the million-dollar question.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it. So start with the basics, right? Born in 1881,
Okay.
comes from a family where everyone's like super into scholarship.
Oh, a scholarly family.
Yeah, his great-grandfather
Mm-hmm.
was this well-known scholar.
Oh, wow.
And his mother, get this, she was a skilled calligrapher.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you can kind of see like that artistic intellectual vibe.
Right from the beginning.
Yeah, like it's in the family.
It's in the DNA.
Yeah, totally.
So naturally, he followed that path, right?
You'd think so, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he totally nails the Jurin exam in 1902.
Okay.
Now, this was a big deal back then.
It was?
Huge. It basically meant you were officially like a scholar.
Oh, wow. Like recognized by the state or whatever?
Exactly.
Wow.
And this lands him a sweet gig at the Qing History Office.
Okay, so very much on that academic trajectory.
Totally.
But then something shifts, right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Because we're talking about Tai Chi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how does a scholar like immersed in books and history
Mhm.
end up in the world of martial arts?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, he's in Beijing, right?
Okay.
And he starts training
Okay.
Xingyiquan and Bagua.
Now those are not your typical karate class, right?
No, not at all.
These are what you call internal styles, right?
Exactly.
Focus on like, what is it, ki or chi?
Yeah, that internal
The
energy.
internal energy, yeah.
But it's not just like, airy-fairy stuff.
Right.
There's real technique and power.
Powerful stuff.
Oh, yeah. Very powerful.
So we're talking like deep, complex movements.
Very intricate, very precise.
Fascinating.
And then he goes and studies Tai Chi under Yang Chengfu,
Oh, wow.
who's the grandson of the founder of the Yang style.
So like royalty, Tai Chi royalty, basically.
Basically, yeah.
So he's studying with the best of the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, it's that mix, right?
A mix.
The scholar and the martial artist
Right.
that makes Chen Weiming so fascinating.
Totally. It's like he embodies that mind-body connection in a really, really deep way. So, all right, he's training, he's learning all this.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, early 1900s,
Yeah.
Tai Chi knowledge wasn't just out there.
Well,
It was like a secret, right?
Very secretive.
Passed down like a family recipe or something.
Yeah, like a precious heirloom.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is where Chen Weiming does something incredible.
Okay, what's that?
He starts writing.
Writing.
Yeah. He takes all these teachings from Yang Chengfu and he writes them down.
So he's like transcribing, like taking notes.
Meticulously.
Wow.
He's capturing everything.
That's dedication.
And this is what leads to his 3 books.
3 books, all right?
The Art of Tai Chi,
Okay.
that came out in 1925.
All right.
Then Tai Chi Sword,
Mm-hmm.
1928.
Okay.
And Questions and Answers on Tai Chi.
Use questions and answers. Okay.
This is 1929.
So he's like putting it all out there.
Yes. And these weren't just like,
Yeah.
how to do a punch kind of books.
Right.
He's explaining the principles.
The philosophy.
The philosophy, everything.
Wow.
And think about it. Before these books,
Yeah.
if you wanted to learn Tai Chi,
You'd have to find a master.
you had to be in the know.
Right. And hope they would teach you.
Yeah, it was like a closed club.
Totally.
But Chen Weiming, he throws the doors wide open.
He's like, come on in, everybody.
Exactly.
So anyone can learn.
Anyone, anywhere.
And he explains it all.
He does. And you can see his scholarly background shining through.
Oh, how so?
He connects Tai Chi to classical Chinese thought.
Deep stuff.
It's like he's not just teaching you moves, he's teaching you a way of thinking.
A whole worldview.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And that's got to be a big part of why these books are still relevant today, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like people are still learning from them.
All over the world.
Wow.
Because they offer this window, this glimpse
Into the past.
into how Tai Chi was understood back then.
So he's like preserving a piece of history.
He really is. And in doing so,
Yeah.
He helps to keep Tai Chi evolving.
It's amazing how much impact one person can have, right?
It really is, and it makes you think.
About what?
What other knowledge is out there just waiting to be shared?
Like hidden gems waiting to be discovered.
Exactly. What traditions, what practices could benefit from someone like Chen Weiming
Someone who can bridge that gap.
between the past and the present?
And make sure that knowledge keeps flowing.
Right, so that future generations can learn and grow.
That's a powerful thought to end on.
It is. And if you're interested in learning more about Chen Weiming and his work,
Yes,
I highly recommend checking out his books.
I might just do that.
They're a fascinating read, and they really give you a deep appreciation for the richness and complexity of Tai Chi.
Awesome. Thanks for taking us on this deep dive.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, I learned a lot today.
Me too.
So until next time then.
Until next time.